The year 2025 to me was a movie. Now, the way people reminisce about 2016 is the same way I'm gonna reminisce about 2025 when I'm an old crusty little fuck on my deathbed. And I finally beat the peaking in high school allegations, because 4 years after graduating from high school, I can genuinely say that 2025 was my best year so far. As the year is ending and I'm kind of reflecting back on my whole year, I'm kind of just like, what made this year so freaking good? And it wasn't like I lived lavishly or like traveled the world like Instagram fine shit's highlights, but it's just more of that, like, the reason was this, why this year was just so peak was just in terms of all the growth that I've done this year. From 2020 to 2024, I had this problem where I would end up being the exact same person at the end of the year that I was in the very beginning of the year. And it wasn't like I was a dumbass, like wasting my life away. If anything, I knew a lot about self-improvement and good habits and things like that, right? I knew a lot about these things, but the problem was that it's like I just kept it all just in the back of my head. My problem was that in previous years, I would always set out to do these certain type of things, like breaking bad habits, changing my identity, getting rich, things like that. But the issue is that I never grew within myself. I was not growing within myself. And this is something that has followed me for literally the past 4 years, ever since quarantine. Every single year, it felt like I just was stagnant year and year and year, and I wasn't seeing any type of growth. But this year, I don't know what happened, but something just like clicked. Going into 2025, I knew that like this year was gonna be different, but I didn't think it was gonna be this different. It literally felt like every single month I was going into a whole new chapter of my life, with that chapter having its own plot lines. And after the end of these plot lines, I constantly learned a new life lesson, which then in the course of the entire year has transformed me into just a genuinely better person. Like, I can genuinely say the year of 2025 alone, I've done so much more growth than I've done from 2020 to 2024. And a lot of these lessons that I've learned are honestly like lessons that my old self would have been like kind of like hesitant about. But honestly, a lot of these lessons that I've learned have made me question just, I guess, self-improvement in general and just the type of man that I want to be in the future. So I'm basically going to give you the holy grail of the 12 uncomfortable truths that I've learned this year, going from month to month. But before we get into that, this video is sponsored by, just kidding, bro. Imagine having a fucking sponsor. You know how nice that would be, bro? Like, I ain't trying to work no job. I'm trying to get whoever's trying to sponsor me, let me know. Because right now, I ain't getting no sponsor with my 2 views per video. But in that case, I'm just going to make up my own sponsor. This video is sponsored by the milk your dad never brought back. Okay, but seriously though, before we do get into it though, I kind of went and asked my friends first, what are some like the biggest life lessons that they've learned this year? Because I feel like hearing it from more than just me, I feel like hearing it from other people our age is also just as valuable and helps broaden your perspective. So this is what they had to say. So just pulled up to my friend's house. We are at another Friendsgiving. This is about my second out of 5. And what we're gonna do is go basically ask, what's one big life lesson that you've learned this year? So let's see what the gang gotta say. What's one what's like the biggest like life lesson you've learned in 2025?
The biggest life lesson I've learned in 2025 is, wow, you should have like given me a minute to prep this. I gotta be fast.
I can come back.
Yeah, come back to me.
Okay, the biggest life
She was
lesson
ready, bro. She
I
thought about this
learned
already.
in 2025 is to invest in yourself, and in turn you will be able to invest in the people around you.
Biggest life lesson, you gotta
not bark at girls.
You gotta advocate for yourself, because you know the only person that's gonna want the best for you is you.
Can we get some snaps?
Don't give up on your dream.
You're never done growing, so keep growing.
Well, you just did one lesson.
I did 11 lessons.
Learned 11
Well, I'm not about to ask y'all every lesson you've learned each month.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
That's good though.
That's low-key a
2 months ago.
That's a worthy. What's the biggest life lesson you've learned in 2025?
What? We all answered.
If you don't got nothing, I'm convinced you're NPC.
I don't have a life lesson.
Oh my god.
NPC.
The whole year.
Drink more Pacifico.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole year, you don't got one life lesson.
Drink
When it comes to, like, I don't know, dating, finance, mental health, relationship, any personal growth, you don't got nothing. But for real, I need one life lesson from you. I'm not about to let you I'm not about NPC. Yeah, every single.
What was yours? What was mine?
I can pull up the recording.
I don't know what it was, but we all gave life lessons.
Okay, bring the camera back to me. My turn now. The first tip being, growth doesn't come just from you. Growth also comes from your experiences, your environments, your influences. Where you apply yourself in this world, that's where growth comes from. And this year, I felt like I did exactly that. I hate this whole entire advice of going ghost, cutting off all your friends, locking yourself in, I hate that type of self-improvement advice so much because I feel like it's only so applicable to certain scenarios or certain cases in your life. Let's say life is so completely bad and your friends are just genuinely terrible people, right? And then yes, in that case, you should cut yourself off. Or maybe there's a point in your life where literally everything is going bad and you literally need to take a period of your life to step back, go kind of reevaluate yourself, go meditate, go do whatever you gotta do, right? And come back. That advice is good, but only in certain parts of your life when you really need it. Going ghost and not having friends and doing all this and that is terrible advice for not only us as humans, where we're biologically social creatures, but also the spiritual and emotional and all the growth that you have within. Because growth doesn't just come from you. Yes, going alone, being by yourself, that is growth. That will make you grow, but the growth will be capped off. But if you're somebody who you put yourself out there, you surround yourself with all people from different types of environments. I'm talking about all people, right? Don't just surround yourself with people with the same mentality as you. I also don't like that piece of advice, right? Yes, it's important to put yourself in other environments where people think like you, where you can get ideas from each other, but don't solely just do that, because if you do that, you're gonna end up having a very narrow-minded view of the entire world. Basically, you're gonna be like those fucking young entrepreneurs on social media that shit on other people just because they still work a 9-to-5. Because it's like, you don't understand other people's perspectives, other people's realities, other people's struggles. You just think one way about the world because you surrounded yourself with these one type of people. You put yourself in an echo chamber, and now you're a small dick little asshole who just goes around thinking that they know everything. Put yourself in all these different types of environments, social economic classes, different cultures, diversity, go to different countries. Put yourself in these places, broaden your ideas, broaden your perspectives, and apply yourself into the world. Growth comes from putting yourself out there, not just sticking to yourself or sticking to the one group that you stay with because you guys are all rich and think that you're so growth minded. You're not fucking growth minded, bro. That's something so big that I did this year. I went out in my city. I went to that event. I went to that pop-up. I went to that launch party. I went and put myself in all these different rooms and really experienced so many different types of people. Okay, so February and March, these ones kind of go hand in hand. Enjoy the people in your life and be present with them because you never know when they will leave your life. Talking about either death, end of relationships, people moving away. Enjoy the friends that you have because when life starts and you'll move to cities or become busier in life, you'll realize how much you took advantage of the presence of your loved ones. And this is so real. So in the month of February, little did I know that this was going to be the last month that me and my ex were going to be together. This month, we did a lot of things together, right? We went to multiple movie marathons. She had her birthday party. She turned 21. Then we went out for the first time for her together. Like, we did so many things. And again, little did I know that it would be the last month of us being together. We take so much advantage of our friends thinking that they're going to be around forever. You never know who's going to be around forever. You never know how long people are going to be around. So just stop overthinking or stop complicating relationships. Just enjoy people's presence. Just enjoy their time with them. Stop overthinking. Stop being scared that they're going to leave. When it happens, life will happen. But in the meantime, just enjoy it while you can. And now for the month of March leading into it, this is the month that I did not want to reflect on. Like, I didn't even want to go back at like my photos or like my journal and read about this part. But this is the month where I realized that people will come and go in life and you have to be okay with that. Basically, following up with me and my ex story, this is the month where we broke up, and it's the month where I went through my first heartbreak. Now, I've been through breakups before, right? Like, I've talked to people, I've been in relationships, I've been through breakups, but I've never been through a heartbreak. Now, those are two completely different things. And me experiencing my first ever heartbreak fucking devastated me, bro. There's times where I even go back and read my journal of just like everything that I was going through, right? All the experiences, the stories, and holy shit, like, your boy was hurt. I was going through it because I've never experienced that before. Because I thought my ex was perfect. I thought she was the one. I thought we were locked in like this. But again, it's the month that really taught me that people really do come and go in life. And when they do, you have to be okay with understanding or trying to figure out why God brought them into your life. What is the lesson that they've taught you, or how did it transform you into a better person? So for the month of April, so we have success and happiness isn't in what you have, it's in what you do. Enjoy everything you do. It is the only metric for long sustainable growth. This is the month where I figured out that it's not discipline that's going to get me the furthest. It's not this certain life hack or that certain life hack that's going to get me the furthest. It is enjoyment. Enjoyment is the best and most effective metric for long-term success. It's the person who actually enjoys the work that's going to take the extra time to develop their craft, that's going to put in the longer hours, that's going to keep showing up. It is the person who enjoys it. The person who doesn't enjoy what they do, they're not gonna show up that much, right? Or they're gonna have to force themselves to show up even more. It's basically like a car. Let's say we have 2 cars. One car, the gas-powered car that uses gas, is everyone else, right? And what everyone else says about consistency and this certain life hack and stuff like that. And the other car is, let's say, a hybrid or an electric car, right? Where it's solely dependent on just enjoyment. Not solely dependent, but other things, right? But it mostly focuses on enjoying things and the work that it has to do. The electric car, the enjoyment car, is going to get much further because the gas power car is going to constantly come into friction. It's going to constantly go into burnout. It's going to constantly have to stop for refueling its gas, right? Refueling motivation or this and that, right? It's going to have to take constant stops or just take a lot more energy and time for it to get to its destination compared to the electric car that's just enjoying the process as it goes. Enjoyment is the biggest thing, best metric for long-staying sustainable growth. Learn to enjoy your work. Learn to just enjoy life and what you do, finding purpose in what you do. Because again, success and happiness is not in what you have. It's what you do. It's how you do the work. So in May, May was also another big month where I've learned such a hard truth about success and self-improvement. But before I get into it, I just want to show this quick little YouTube short that I saw that I already had the idea of it, but when I saw the short, it really solidified that idea within me to be like, okay, if even she's saying this, someone who's very successful is saying this, it has to be true. So hopefully I don't get copyrighted, but here's the short.
The top 1% do these 3 habits daily. Anyone telling you that people do the same thing every single day and that those things are what make them successful, they're full of it. To be honest with you, as I've researched the top 1% and what they do every single day, all of their habits are different. Some of them wake up early, some go to bed late, some eat breakfast in the morning, others do the intermittent fasting. There is no rhyme or reason to the daily habits of the 1%. What is consistent across them is their belief in what they are creating and the consistent reminders that they create for themselves on where they're going, why they're going there, and the value of the vision. They align their activities in that day to get them closer to where they want to go. There is no 1 or 2 or even 3 things that all of them consistently across the board agree to that they do every day. Don't think that you need to make your bed or do the cold plunging or go to bed at the same time every single night in order to be successful. It's a crock of shit.
So basically what I got out of the video was that it doesn't matter what you do. The way to become successful is that you just show up and do the work. In terms of self-improvement, if we're really speaking career or business, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what temperature your water shower is. It doesn't matter what time you wake up. It doesn't matter if you meditate or not. The only thing that matters is that you show up every single day to do the work that needs to get done, and you will become successful. If you truly believe that what you are doing is purposeful and you show up every single day for it, you will become successful. It doesn't matter if you like to party, if you like to drink, if you like to do drugs, if you like to go to sleep at 11 a.m. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you just show up and you just do the work. Don't get me wrong. All these self-improvement tips like meditating, cold showers, journaling, I believe that those are tools that can help you along your journey. Those are great tools that maybe can help develop your focus more or maybe certain motivation more, right? Those are certain tools that help for sure, but it's not the do this and you'll become successful. These self-improvement habits, they're not direct correlations to success. It's not if you do your bed, you will make X amount of money in business. It doesn't correlate like that. What matters the most is that you just show up to do the work. So many people will try to wishy-washy, add all these 10 different things that you got to do in order to become successful. You don't need to do that. If you want to be a well-rounded person, if you want to be right with yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? If you want to be right with yourself and be a well-rounded person, yes, do those things. But if you just care about business and you just want to become successful and make money, doesn't matter what you do. Just show up every day, do the work, you'll become successful. The month of June, I realized that being broke is not fun once you're an adult. So in June, I learned a couple ththings. This was the month where I got to drive my dream car. And let me just say, it was such an amazing experience. So I was just looking around my local area, seeing if there was any BMW i8s. Yes, I love the i8. I don't care what you say. And so I found this dealership that was like 40 minutes away where they had the i8. And so what I did was drove my ass down there, asked them for a test drive, and they literally just gave me the keys and let me go. And while I was driving it, it really made me realize just exactly what my why is. When I was driving my dream car, I really was just thinking about how badly I need to make it. And it was really remembering me of my why of why I need to make money, of why I need to become successful. Because the current position that I was at the time, I was down bad. Like, I was struggling financially, right? And so being broke as an adult is not fun. And so I understand that, like, while we're young, while we're in college, while we're just fresh out of high school, being broke is part of the experience. Let's say once you graduate college or you're 5-10 years down your career, being broke is no longer fun. It is fucking miserable. It is the most saddest thing ever. Being broke is not a fun experience at all. A lot of you guys say you want to become rich, you want to be successful, but you don't actually want to do it. Like, let's be honest, a lot of you guys have fucking tiny balls, little testicles, right? Where you say you want to do it and you want to, like, you fantasize about the dream life, but you don't actually want to go out and get it. So really figure out what your reason is, because again, you gotta use that as motivation, because being broke is not fun. For July, we got do not date until you are well established within yourself. This was the month where I literally cut all ties off with every girl I was talking to. Throughout my entire life, there's never been a time where I wasn't talking to a girl, friends with benefits, dating a girl, going on date. Like, there was always a point in my time where I was engaging with girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was always just doing something. And it was very hard for me, because it's like I loved the attention. I loved always talking to people, meeting new girls and things like that. And this was the month where I really, like, naturally thought to myself, I'm done. I can't bring a girl into my world if I don't have anything built. Because I was over here spending hella money on dates, spending hella time on this girl and that girl, and just like running around. And it was just like, dog, like, I got nothing to freaking show for it. This was the first month where I was like, yo, I need to stop dating. I need to really put all that time and energy into myself and only date once I'm actually established. People have the argument of, oh, well, you can grow together and stuff, which is true. But let's be honest, dating is much more easier and better if both people already come with something. And throughout my whole life, I've tried the whole growing with somebody, but it's always ended up with either me or them leaving because we need to do more growth. And so now for the month of August, we got inconveniences ain't the end of the world. Right? Inconveniences happen in life, and don't let them ruin your entire day or momentum that you got going on. Everything is a perspective game. See it as an opportunity to overcome and grow. So me and my sister in August, we went to go visit our family in St. Louis. And while we were going, when I bought the tickets, I didn't add the carry-on because, again, at the time I was financially down bad, bro. Like, I was literally going to St. Louis with $100 in my pocket. Literally, that's all I had for the entire trip was $100 in my pocket. And so when we pulled up to the airport, and my sister's bag, right, when we were scanning her bag in, her bag was too big to go in the airplane. So we had to check that in. And so I was like, fuck, like, how much is it? And when they told me $40, in my head, I was like, well, I am cooked, because, like, I got the money, but that was going to be my spending money for when I was in St. Louis. So now I had to spend $40 to check in my sister's bag. And so when we did that, I was left with $60. And when we basically walked up to the terminal and we were about to get on our plane, the flight attendant basically told me, hey, you don't have a carry-on. And I was like, what you mean I don't got a carry-on? I paid for it. But then I looked at my ticket and I realized, oh shit, I didn't pay for it. And I was screwed, because for that, there was a fee of $40 and an additional $25 fee to be paying that at the front of the terminal. And so in total, that was like $65, bro. And just like that, my whole money for the trip was gone. Before I even got on the plane to go to St. Louis, all my money was gone, just like that. Inconveniences like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even just like poor planning. But either way, it was just like, fuck, bro. Like, you know, I try not even like being upset about it. I kind of was just like, okay, you know what? Like, it is what it is. I'm not going to let this ruin my trip. I don't know how I'm going to survive in St. Louis, but it's okay. I think I had like $40 in cash and like my tip card. So like I serve on the weekends and we get like a tip card. I think I had like $20 on there. So in total, I still had some cushion money, but it would have been nice to still have that $100. At the time, it was just like, okay, you know what? It's okay. You got this. Figure it out. You're chilling, fata. We got this, bro. Like, we're not gonna let this little inconvenience us, right? Everything's a perspective in life. I try to learn something from every single thing in life, part of my life, right? And maybe in that moment, it could have been plan ahead better, right? Be more prepared. But at the end of the day, inconveniences, they're not roadblocks in life. They're just annoying speed bumps that you gotta slow down for. But besides that, you get over it and you keep accelerating again. Month of September, I learned that opportunities are great, but not every opportunity needs to be taken. Honestly, for this one, I'm just gonna quickly pop up this video that I kind of spoke about this already.
Okay, so I cannot find the clip anywhere, annoyingly enough. But basically what I talked about in the clip was how I had an opportunity to join the university cheer team. But the reason why I didn't fully commit to it or decided not to join is because I was really weighing out my pros and cons in joining. Because joining would have been such an amazing thing, right? This was back, I believe, in like September. Joining the team would have given me so much aura, bruh. Like, it would have And like being around the hoods, like bro, like the pros of being on the university cheer team was just super high, right? Traveling with them, doing all that crazy stuff, right? But the reason why I chose to turn it down, and I wouldn't even say turn it down because it wasn't even like a guarantee that I was gonna be on the team, but like they said they needed guys, and like a lot of them liked me on the team, so it was like for sure gonna happen, right? But the reason why I turned it down is because I was weighing out my pros and cons, and I knew that it would take away time from my YouTube. It would take away time from the thing that I actually needed to do. And so I thought about the long term. And 5 years from now, is it cooler for me to say, oh yeah, I was part of my university cheer team, but then I have like nothing to show for it, right? Like it was just a cool little thing that I did. Or 5 years down the line, is it better to say, yeah, while I was in college, I worked on my YouTube channel and now I have a successful business because of it. You feel me? So it was really like weighing out the pros and cons, and I realized that it's such a cool opportunity and such a cool thing to do, but not every single opportunity needs to be taken, especially opportunities that take away from other parts of life that you need to focus on.
Okay, so yeah, based on that video, you can see that I had an opportunity to do something that was so freaking cool, but I knew that would take away from other things in life that I knew that I need to grow from. Okay, for the month of October, so this one's a long one. It's okay to go out and have fun as long as you're still dedicating a large amount of time to your growth and success. This one kind of ties a lot to what I said earlier in the month of May. It doesn't matter what you do with your life, right? It's okay to go out and have fun as long as you're still dedicating a large amount of time to your growth, to your success, to your business, to whatever it is. I'm glad I went back to college because I saw this first-handedly. Where a lot of people, when they think about college, they think about, oh, the frat girls, the girls and guys who like constantly get drunk every weekend and right? The thing is, yes, there are those people in college that do that, but the people that I've been able to surround myself in school have been amazing people who have really transformed the way that I see things. They're very ambitious people, right? Every single one of my friends, they want to go in different places in life. Some of them want to go work in corporate America, like their dream. Some of them want to start their own businesses, which they already have. Some of them already started their startups. Some of them already got internships, are working at DC, the capital, right? Some of them, like a lot of my friends are doing super cool stuff because they're very ambitious people, right? Most of my friends, they're immigrants. Most of us, almost all of us are like first generation immigrants. And so we have that hustle mentality. We get shit done. But the thing is, we still love to go out and have fun. We still like to, maybe one weekend out of the month, we go out to the club and we just have a good time. It's like social media paints this idea that going out is such a bad thing. It's so negative when it's like going out is not taking away time from our growth, right? If you're somebody who you constantly go out, you're constantly doing things with friends, you're constantly, right? If it's getting to the point where it's distracting you from other areas of your life, then okay, maybe you just shouldn't go out at all, right? But if let's say you spent the last 8-10 hours that day working on your business, you were grinding, right? And if your friends call you to say, hey, let's go out to the bar, just fucking go. It's not that deep. Like, I promise you, guys, this is the biggest truth that I've learned this year. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's really not. If you want to go have fun, go have fun. As long as you stay focused and you're still committed to your growth and you're doing what you got to do day by day, it's okay to, at the end of the day, to go have fun. Fun can come in so many different ways. It can mean the bar, the club. It can mean hanging out with friends, going to the park, hooping, gymming. It can mean so many things. As long as, again, you're just doing what you got to do day by day and you're still focused on your growth. And I learned this so much from my friends because my friends, they're seriously such ambitious people who have accomplished the big things or are going to accomplish big things, but yet they still make time to just put themselves out there. And now for the month of November, since I've been yapping so damn much, don't rush life. Every year is going by in the blink of an eye, so why make it go faster? Take things slow, enjoy the breath God gives you every day, enjoy the journey, you will get there regardless. For so long and for this entire year, I felt like I've always just wanted to rush things. I've always wanted to put these goals in mind and just work relentlessly at it and just basically, I don't know, it's just like, I guess just fast pace my way through life basically. But this month, I've gotten a lot of different messages, right? God spoke to me through multiple people, through YouTube videos, through like just little signs in my life that are telling me to just take things slow. Things will happen when they need to happen. It's going to happen inevitably. It's just that, again, be present in the moment. Enjoy the breath that God gives you every single day and understand that every single year is going by in like a snap. Why do you want to make it go faster? Enjoy it right now because once you're older, once you're 40, 50, 60, you're going to want to wish that you were back to where you are now, that you're back to you being 20, 22, 23, 19, 18, whatever age you are. You're going to wish that. So please just take it slow, dog. Like there's no rush to life. And now lastly, for the month of December, don't let one bad thing or one bad part of your life define your entire life, your self-worth, or think that you're stuck in that situation. This is basically another clip of myself this year and kind of why I kind of wanted to put this for December.
Like, I don't care what my finances are right now, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm not gonna let it distract from all the amazing other things in my life, the amazing people in my life, God that's in my life. Even if my financial situation is not the best right now, even if, you know, I have all these things to pay and I'm literally paycheck to paycheck, sitting at the negatives, that I'm not like fucking negative 50 in my account with 18 cents in my savings. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm not gonna let it take away and distract me from the other amazing parts of my life, right? Everything's temporary too, man. The situation that I'm in right now is not the situation I'm gonna be in a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now.
So after that clip, you can see that, again, I was just going through it financially. And because I was going through it financially, it was affecting all these other areas of my life. But then I quickly grounded myself and realized, no, just because I'm doing bad in this area of my life is not going to take away happiness from all these other areas. I still have amazing friends, amazing family, amazing connection. Like I still have all these other things that I live for in life, right? And because I'm doing bad in this area of my life is not going to determine my entire self-worth. This is probably the longest video on my channel, but it's okay. I don't even care because I would love to support you in any way that I can. And if you've enjoyed the video and want to support me as well, I do have a paid community down in the description down below where this is where you'll be able to talk and reach out to me to get one-on-one advice, guidance, and also just be in a community of other like-minded people who are also trying to grow as well. And so, again, if you really enjoyed the video, there's that down there for you. But besides that, again, 2025 has just been such a year that so much growth and reflection and trial and error. And I recommend you that you also reflect on your year. Reflect on what has made this year important to you. What have you done this year that has transformed you? And if not, what could you do in 2026 that's really going to define and make that big pivotal change in your life? RNH Hunnid, stay Hunnid with yourself.